tonight. 8 wins for Алтамими. Mujidinov, 6 professional wins. He is 5 years younger than his opponent.
Both guys started their careers off with...
Michael Bell, our referee, as we get set for this featherweight fight to get things underway. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Here we go. Mujidinov in the blue gloves, Алтамими in the southpaw stance. He is in the red gloves. Алтамimi's last 4 wins have come in 42, 27, 18 seconds, and 1 minute and 16 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be what you're going to see. This is a very close contest today between 2 very good fighters. Both have their own styles, and it's going to be who can implement and force the other guy into the way they want to fight.
Oh, just missed with that head kick.
Nice question mark kick by Mujidinov. Алтамими trying to get the fight to the ground and has changed his style from being a stand-up guy where now he loves to be on the ground and implement a submission game that is becoming ever increasingly better and better.
Full guard being utilized. Алтамimi, training out of King's MMA, Professor Rafael Cordero.
Watch the fingers in the eyes.
Benil Dariush amongst his training partners.
In his corner tonight. And then you can take a look at Mujidinov. Look where he's at. Mike Swick, and he's got Bob Cook in his corner tonight. So both guys are coming from camps where you know they're getting trained the right way.
Mike Quick Swick.
Let's go, gentlemen. Let's work. Action.
He went over to Thailand, John, and pretty much never came back. Handles the AKA Thailand
Action, gentlemen. Let's work.
school and has done a great job. As I mentioned, 3 wins by submission, as Michael Bell will stand the fighters up. Exactly 2 minutes into round number 1. Алтамими tried to land a knee quite quickly. They stand again. There's that karate background that Алтамими has, and you can see by the stance.
Yeah. Take a look at how far he blades his body. You know, that allows him to do certain things as far as spinning attacks and to go after certain kicks. But what you're seeing with what Salim Mujidinov is doing, he's cutting off that angle, and he's taking away the far side. That's going to give Adel a problem, and that's why you're seeing Adel kind of shooting for takedowns now, dipping his head down, making a mistake. He made a mistake on that first takedown, and he needs to start figuring out this range and getting his back off of the fence so he can compete against Salim.
Trying to put a lot of pressure on Mujidinov early on in this fight.
Go, gentlemen, action. Stop. Let's go.
They're going to stand him up again.
Fight.
Алтамими getting things started here inside Pachanga. First fighter born and raised in Iraq.
Let's go, gentlemen, action.
To be on the stage this large, a Bellator stage, representing his country, and of course we've talked about the backstory before, the U.S. Marine Corps.
Go, gentlemen, let's work.
What you're seeing with Mujidinov is he's the one that's in control of his position. Whenever you have a fighter that's on his back, you have Mujidinov standing over him. As long as he wants to stay in front and try to do damage, the referee's going to give him that ability. As soon as he decides to back off or step away, that's him saying, I want this fight to the feet, and that's what the referee's going to be bringing to.
Round number 1, fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
And again, as you're seeing Алтамими move himself towards his left, he's actually taking himself out of range for his power hand, his left hand. Salim just now not only marching him down, just crushing the space, saying, I am not worried about the stand-up game at all with you, and that's going to present a problem for Алтамими.
Nice sprawl to work himself in to the half guard now with 20 seconds on the clock here in round 1. If he trains at AKA, you know he's got some skills.
Time. That's it. How you doing, Adel? You good?
Water. What are you doing, man? What the heck are you doing? You run like a crazy against him. What are you doing? You set up nothing to grab. You run against him, Adel. Focus. What about your skill?
When he's running,
what about your box?
cut him off with those kicks, okay? And that body, too.
Looks like you're scared to put in the floor. You have to run against him. What boxing combination? Put your kicks. What the heck? Show me something.
These are two pretty good coaches, Rafael Cordero, Crazy Babka.
Both giving the right instruction, too. Rafael is telling him, hey, what are you doing? You can't do what? You can't have that movement.
Really
what I was talking about, how fast he was moving, he's taking himself out of position to be able to strike.
Don't forget, later tonight, Bellator returns to Paramount Network. The Spartan against the Monsoon in a welterweight bout you do not want to miss. That's tonight at 9 p.m. live on Paramount Network and DAZN. And we will have a lot of post-limbs, bonus coverage live from Pechanga Resort Casino on the Bellator app and also on DAZN. Round 2.
Hands up, hands up. Don't wait till turn that right over, turn that right hand.
Stop. Time.
Aaron shot early in this round.
Come here.
And just for the definition of those at home, a post-limb is a fight that takes place after the main card. So there would be a pre-game, you would have the game, and then you would have the post-game, thus post-limb.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You can see what occurred is that straight push kick. Yeah, this is where a lot of people will sit there and they'll say, oh, it should automatically be a point taken off. Well, the fighter's throwing the kick, and the fighter who ends up getting hit actually moves into the kick, turning and taking away the blade that he had his body positioned in. So not an easy thing for someone to just all of a sudden stop a kick. You can't do it.
Adel in a lot of pain,
right, brother?
as you can see. He has 5 minutes in which to look to recover and have this fight continue.
Normally when you have, you get hit, the ones that end up coming up underneath are the ones that normally are going to cause you problems. Straight in, usually not that big of a problem because it pushes into your pelvic area. But it's hard to ever say how much pain a man is in.
I'm never going to try to guess on a shot like that.
What's that? It's all right, brother. You'll be all right.
Just seconds into round number 2.
You ready? Two.
Partner, what if he cannot continue?
Well, what's occurring right now is Adel Алтамими is the one in control of the time. He has, because of a foul, there's a 5-minute clock that is started, and he has up to 5 minutes to come back into the fight.
Hey, brother.
He's the one in control of it. Right now, referee Mike Bell is over there saying, you all right? You know, you want to start? But if Mike Bell wants to start the fight, doesn't matter. Adel is the one that's in control of the time, and if he lets that 5 minutes go, then we're going to end up having a no contest based upon the fact that that was not intentional in any fashion. It actually was based upon the movement of Алтамими, but it's in the second round, so you cannot go to the scorecards. It has to enter the third round to be able to go to the scorecard, so this would end up being a no contest.
You ready? Come on, you have time.
I don't know why he's hitting himself in the back right now, but
it's been 3 minutes since the kick occurred. Maybe if he punches himself in the back hard enough, he'll get the pain in his back. Salim's happy he's up. And the fight will continue.
You ready?
I like that. Like the fact that Adel's not giving into it, wants to fight, says a lot.
All right, fight.
The things that Adel Алтамими has been through in life are in no comparison to what occurred a moment ago. Spin and a miss. Pretty kick there.
You can see how good right now Salim Mухидинов is feeling in this. He's the guy that's controlling the range. He's controlling exactly when the engagement starts. And everything that Adel's doing, even that kick he's trying, he's a little bit off balance. That's why when the foot is caught, he's going down. He needs to really start to set his feet and start to move himself towards his right. He keeps moving towards the power hand of Mухidinov, and that's not going to help him because every time he takes his foot and steps inside of Muhidinov's legs, he's creating a position for that straight right hand, and he cannot return with what is his power hand, his left hand.
Adel working out of the southpaw stance thus far in this fight, but he has been the one circling on the outside, and Mухidinov has been the one controlling the cage and the aggressor. Good combination, John.
Right now, even though Adel is in this fight, but Mухidinov is getting to the point he's becoming just utterly dominant in what's occurring, and he's feeling better and better as this round goes on.
Caught him there.
Yep. And just a return. Little axe kick by Mухidinov. Adel goes to kick up. Mухidinov says, no, I want to get this thing going fast again, comes right back.
No amateur fights for Salim Mухidinov, professional since 2013. Алтамими started training in karate at age 9.
Salim, right now, Salim is in that position. He's not getting anything that's giving him any problems.
Yes.
Алтамими has got to figure out, I've got to be offensive and I got to create a problem, and that's what he's trying to do with his grappling right now.
Another outstanding sprawl. And again, it is Mухidinov who ends up in top position. Just past the midway point of this 3-round fight. Top of the hour, live on Paramount Network.
Nice pass by Mухidinov, passing into half guard. When you saw the butterfly guard of Алтамими, that's saying that, you know what, I'm looking for either that reversal or that position change, and all of a sudden he tried to bring his leg outside to almost get close, and you saw Mухidinov bring his leg, push down, bring his leg over. Very nice pass.
Adel has evolved into what you talked about, John, a good grappler. That said, he does not like being in this position because we can see that Salim's got some pretty vicious ground and pound. Trying to posture up once again, looking to throw some elbows.
And what happens is when you're in that stand-up and you're taking a lot of these shots, and a lot of them are hard shots, they start to just drain you, and then finally you get to a position on the ground where he should start to try to become offensive, and instead you're telling yourself, just give me a second, and those seconds go by, and you're taking more shots, and then you just never do anything with it.
Full control of this fight thus far. Bellator debut for Salim Mухidinov. Final minute of round 2.
And notice the posturing of Mухidinov. You can see now he's getting comfortable in the position. There's nothing that's breaking that posture that Алтамimi's doing. Sliding the leg over the arm, going to a crucifix now. All of this is systematically breaking Алтамими down.
Adel's in trouble here. Lost the crucifix. Trying to get that other leg free, potentially get to the full mount. 20 seconds.
Well, good job of getting the underhook with his left arm, but that you cannot get the underhook and allow posturing because it takes it away. So if you're going to get that underhook, bring him down and now start to move yourself into either a reversal or getting yourself up off the ground.
Time.
Adel Алтамими will head to round 3 for the first time in his professional career. Paramount Network main event. Andrei Koreshkov, Lorenz Larkin. Top of the hour, we get things started with Stitch 'em Up. Joe Schilling facing off against Tony Johnson, who's been a mixed martial artist, a professional boxer, and he's back in the Bellator cage looking to score knockout number 5, taking on a man that he told us earlier this week that he's always admired and he's looking forward to fighting.
Oh, he's excited. He goes, this is going to be a war and people are going to get excited by what we do. So let's hope it happens exactly that way.
Schilling has been spending so much time with Cowboy Cerrone, they will soon look like twin brothers.
Hold on.
They certainly have pretty much the same personality.
Third round, you ready?
They're both crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, which I'm not sure if
can't stop crazy.
Yeah, you can't stop crazy. Third and final round. Adel needs to stop, doesn't he?
Absolutely. He has lost both of these rounds. That's easy to pick. So he's got to figure out, you know what? I've got to either open up if I want to win this, or I've got to create a situation in one of the transitions where I catch Salim in a mistake.
Adel felt his striking and speed would be his advantage in this fight.
Action.
But Salim has certainly been the more explosive striker throughout this matchup thus far.
No doubt. And when you're seeing Алтамими ducking his head, taking his eyes off of his opponent as he swings his head down towards the canvas, that is never a good thing. And when you're Mухidinov, you're going to catch that and say, okay, I'm going to create that situation again and I'm going to attack.
That last body kick did land from Adel. Mухidinov does have the tendency to drop his hand. When Adel Алтамими throws the body kick, he just hasn't been able to throw a lot of them.
Come on. Hold on, Salim. Hold on. Fight.
Adel is starting to get hit with bigger and bigger, heavier shots. You're seeing Mухidinov setting his feet.
And a
beautiful sprawl.
Spectacular sprawl.
Beautiful sprawl. Just stonewalled it. And look at the posturing. He doesn't lay down on top of him. As he's going after those shots, his chest was angled up. That gives him the ability to bring more power.
There was some dude nicknamed the Iceman who sprawled and brawled his way to fame throughout the world. Salim looking to pass.
And does so.
Under 3 on the clock.
You could hear Алтамimi's corner saying, show him your jiu-jitsu, and that's coming from, Beneil Dellrouche, who's outstanding on the ground. But when you're tired and you've taken a lot of heavy shots, that ground game just seems to slow down, and you don't take the same, chances because you don't want to end up in a bad position, and things just tend to keep on riding out.
Past the midway point of the third and final round, Алтамими on bottom again, red gloves. The newcomer, Salim Mухidinov, in the blue gloves, and he has controlled this fight throughout.
And Mухidinov is looking outstanding. Just everything he wants to do, he's doing. You see an Adel grabbing the wrist, and you're seeing Mухidinov move his arm just by creating a situation, bring his knee in, trap the arm, trap it inside. You got Adel with, a 2-on-1, and it's not doing him any good. You're looking and saying that's a nothing. It can never become something. Just let go of that and move to something else.
Good position again for Mухidinov. 90 seconds on the clock. First fight of the night, Pechanga Resort Casino. Mike Goldberg, Big John McCarthy, side control. Or actually, does he have a leg stuck in there?
Oh, he's in half guard.
Half guard.
It's okay.
Thought he had it out for him.
I wasn't going to say anything. It's all good.
I saw it.
He was starting to actually slide his hips. You saw him rotate his hips, turn his hips backward towards the head of Алтамими. That's telling you that he's starting to look towards, I want to hit some to the body, and I want to start looking towards a Kimura lock or something of attacking the legs.
And like I said, he's trying to get to side control.
And he's going to right here. Oh, he's going to go. Well, right now we're in what we call quarter guard since he still has a hold of the foot. It's inside, but this is a bad position for Алтамими. Beautiful leg ride. You see Mухidinov just taking that knee on belly, keeping everything. He's just flowing on top of Алтамими in total control of the position.
When you break down fights, and partner, we talk about him, the first thing you said about Salim, you said, Salim can fight. And we can see it right here, right now.
Yes, he can. You know, and I looked at his record coming into the 6-3, and I watched his 3 losses, and they were all to outstanding fighters, and he was in each one of those. Made a mistake in one, got caught in a submission. He's a good fighter.
Superior skill set displayed tonight, and a dominant performance by Salim Mухidinov against Adel Алтамими.
December or January. I don't want to wait again for a long time. I don't fight 2 years, bro. Please. Hang on, brother. Hang on, brother. Good fight, good fight, good fight. Yes. You did good, I'm proud of you, yeah. You did good, I'm proud of you. You did exactly what you did. You know, I need to go ahead. Next time, go ahead. Listen. You're excited. You're excited. Hey, let's get a group photo. Yes, please. Salim, in the middle of us. Yeah, you got to be in the middle. I should have passed earlier, bro. You did good. You did good. You don't know the same. It was good. Very smart. Very smart. Really simple. And now I'll be able to be proud of you. Everybody's proud of you. This is just for they need for you.
Fight 1 in the books. An official decision forthcoming. Longest fight of Adel Алтамimi's career. And Michael C. Williams with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we'll go to your 3 judges at cage side. Your first judge, Glenn Paulson, scores the fight 29-27. Judge Ron McCarthy sees it 30-26. And Judge Luis Cobian sees it 30-27. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision, Salim Mухidinov.
A 30-26 amongst the scorecard.